As the sun rises over the ancient Aegean, scattered islands glow softly, and early Greek life quietly awakens. Along the shores, small villages begin their day, women carry essentials, and children move through narrow paths. In fertile valleys, farmers plow and harvest. These fields of barley, wheat, and olive supported their entire way of life. By the coast, fishermen cast nets into clear, turquoise waters, passing age-old skills from one generation to the next. At the village market, trading brings color and noise. Fruits, pottery, and lively voices fill the square. Nearby, early Greek towns take shape as builders carve stone foundations for future cities. As evening nears, villagers gather around a hilltop altar where a priestess lights a sacred fire in honor of the gods. From above, a peaceful world appears, villages, fields, boats, and rituals living together along the ancient Greek coast. Above Knossos, the grand palace stretches across the hill, terracotta roofs and colorful frescoes showing the strength. In the courtyard, men and women in vibrant clothing walk gracefully, reflecting a culture rich in beauty and refinement. In busy workshops, artisans shape gold, bronze, and beads into elegant jewelry prized across the region. Nearby, potters mold clay into detailed vessels, capturing the artistic spirit of Bronze Age Crete. In sunlit olive groves, families gather olives, an essential part of their food, trade, and daily life. In an open courtyard, dancers move joyfully to flutes and drums, celebrating tradition and belief. At the port, traders load pottery and olive oil onto wooden boats, connecting Crete to the wider Mediterranean. As the sun sets, the palace and coastline glow warmly, ending another vibrant Minoan day. High above Mycenae, massive Cyclopean walls crown the hill, a fortress of power in the heart of early Greece. At the Lion Gate, carved lions stand guard as bronze-clad soldiers watch over the citadel. In the courtyard, soldiers spar with swords and shields, their drills shaping the strength and discipline of Mycenaean warriors. The king sits on his throne, surrounded by advisors and attendants, guiding trade, war, and governance for the kingdom. Inside treasure chambers, gold masks, jewelry, and bronze weapons display the wealth and artistry of Mycenae's elite. Outside, merchants trade pottery, olive oil, and textiles, connecting Mycenae to distant lands across the Mediterranean. Along towering walls, guards patrol while villagers move below, showing the fortress's scale and strength. As the sun sets, the citadel glows in golden light. Smoke rises from hearths, and soldiers return home. In Greece's fertile valleys, farmers guide oxen through soft soil, preparing the land that feeds their villages. In bright courtyards, women weave cloth on wooden looms, creating simple fabrics for everyday life. At the market, traders exchange pottery, oil, tools, and herbs. Voices lively, streets full of movement. Children race through open spaces, rolling hoops and tossing clay balls, filling the village with laughter. Inside small homes, bread bakes in clay ovens as women shape dough and families gather around. In animal pens, villagers feed goats and chickens, caring for the creatures that provide daily food. As evening approaches, villagers return home with baskets and tools. Golden light spreads across stone paths and olive trees. And as the sun sets over the fields, smoke rises gently from chimneys. The village settles into calm, ending another peaceful day in ancient Greece. On a hilltop, a sacred temple rises above the landscape as pilgrims climb the steps with humble offerings. At the altar, priests pour wine and light incense, performing rituals meant to honor the gods. Inside, vibrant frescoes of Zeus, Athena, and Poseidon fill the stone walls with mythical energy. Outside, villagers prepare for a festival, setting up tables, arranging offerings, and tuning instruments. As the celebration begins, women dance in flowing robes while men play lyres and drums. Rhythmic music echoes around the temple walls. At the altar, a priest raises his hand in blessing. The fire crackles, offerings are placed, and the gathered crowd watches in solemn silence. Later, under the shade of a tree, an elder tells heroic tales of gods, monsters, and ancient battles, captivating children and adults alike. And as the sun sets behind the temple hill, villagers drift home, leaving the sacred grounds glowing softly. In the palace of Knossos, a vibrant fresco comes alive, showing the famous bull-leaping ritual, a symbol of Minoan strength and agility. In the courtyard, dancers move gracefully while musicians play rhythmic percussion, filling the palace with celebration. Nearby, artisans shape clay into pottery, children helping as wheels spin, and soft chatter fills the workshop. In a shaded corner, a skilled goldsmith hammers precious metal into delicate jewelry, his apprentice watching every move. Sculptors carve stone statues, chisels striking carefully as new shapes emerge from solid rock. Inside a dim room, a scribe inscribes mysterious linear symbols onto a fresh clay tablet. Centuries later, Mycenaean scribes write linear B on their tablets, recording trade, rituals, and daily life. And from above, the grand palaces of Knossos and Mycenae stretch across the landscape, two civilizations shaping the early Greek world. Across the Greek coast, small harbor towns thrived, narrow streets, quiet homes, and daily life shaped by the sea. At the docks, ships arrived with goods. Sailors unloaded cargo as merchants inspected amphorae of oil and wine. In the market square, traders exchanged fruits, pottery, and textiles, sealing deals with simple handshakes. Crates and jars were lifted onto ships with steady teamwork, preparing for journeys across the Mediterranean. Greek ships sailed toward distant islands, carrying goods and the ideas that connected ancient communities. In busy town marketplaces, villagers bargained for spices, fabrics, and daily essentials. Trade also carried stories and beliefs, blending cultures and shaping the character of Greek coastal life. At sunset, the harbor glowed gold as ships rested and villagers returned home, ending another day of exchange. Across the hills of Greece, the ruins of Mycenaean walls and Minoan palaces lie silent. Faded frescoes reveal fragments of a vibrant world, dancers, animals, colors, and stories painted long before our time. Among the ruins, goats graze peacefully, nature blending with the remnants of a once great culture. As the sun begins to set, golden light washes over the ancient stones, revealing every crack and shadow carved by time. Broken temple columns stand like silent guardians, reminding us of the beliefs, rituals, and traditions that shaped early Greek life. Sunset reflects across calm Aegean waters, mirroring the ruins and carrying their legacy forward into the present. And as day fades, the land grows quiet once more, leaving us with the echo of civilizations whose stories still live in the stones.